Let's talk tension with this machine. One thing nice is as you pick stitches, the tension will change based on the settings or stitch you pick. For example, if I'm on a zigzag, it says about 4.6. That's kind of in the middle. If I pick a buttonhole, for example, let's choose stitch number 25 in row 1. The tension is a smaller number because we want those stitches to pull to the back side for a prettier look. I'm going to go ahead and show you one way that our service technicians test tension on machines. We take a zigzag that normally stitches out at a smaller setting and we enlarge it to the widest width and the longest setting. Then when we stitch it, what we're looking for is on the back side. Now I stitched this in red and white bobbin thread so you can see it. You see these little tiny dots on the back side? That should be all you see when you have perfect tension on your stitches. Now, decorative stitches are going to pull to the back a little bit more. Let me go ahead and pick a decorative stitch. Let's do row 4. I'm going to just randomly pick one. How about 15? And that stitch, do you see the tension has reduced a little bit? And as we stitch, that's going to pull it to the back side here. I'm going to stitch a couple of these out. If I touch the cutter while I'm in motion, it will finish the stitch and cut it for me at the end after it locks it off. The machine is so smart. I love how much they put into these. We've got 2 patterns here, and then on the back side, we should see a little bit more red thread because it has pulled to the back side. Now, as soon as you start putting multiple weights of thread in the machine, for example, this is a thicker thread, like a quilting thread. It's fun, it's variegated, but it's heavier than my bobbin thread. So what's going to happen is it's going to pull the bobbin thread to the top side, and you're going to see white on the top, which, well, doesn't look good at all. Remember, we want the bobbin to pull it down to the back side. So if we are seeing some stitching of the bobbin thread on top, we want to relax the top thread. So by reducing the tension to a smaller number. Now, if you were told not to change the tension when you were younger on somebody's machine, you got to learn how to use and adjust tension. But I will tell you, whether you have a knob or the automatic tension like this one has with small increments, we're talking about 0.2 number is changed every time I touch this. So what's going to happen is if it's at 3, I want you to turn it to 2. That way it's a whole number's worth and it will actually show you some change. If you just change it a little, it's not going to really show. Now, vice versa, if you're getting too many stitches pulled to the back side, like too much thread is showing on the back, you might need to tighten it up and not let so much go to the back side. So if it's at 3, go ahead and change it up to, say, 4 and see if you can, if it looks a little bit more balanced. Another way to try it, if you don't remember which way to go, one number is going to make it worse, one number is going to make it better. You got a 50-50 shot. And if you don't remember where you are, remember if you just arrow up to the next stitch and arrow down to the stitch you're at, it clears out the tension and gets you back to normal. But the beauty of this machine is it will get you into a ballpark to start off with. But again, if your threads are different from your needle thread to your bobbin thread, you'll probably need to adjust your tension a little bit.